Yo,
Yo, Pastor.
how you doing, brother?
Good. We're even color coordinated.
Hey, that's how we do, Doc. How we do.
Hey, man. Thanks so much, man, for giving some time for us to make this little connection, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it's my pleasure, bro. So glad to do it.
Well, it is just always a pleasure to talk to you, Pastor Albert Tate, Fellowship Monrovia. It seems like you are all over the place, man. I mean, conferences and, just about every church in America. I think I've lost 17 speaking engagements from you. So I just call people and say, I'm the other Albert Tate.
Doc, please let me tell you something. After they hear me, they'll be calling you right back. So keep your phone on. They're like, this brother came. He know what he was talking about. Let's get Efrem back up in here. So whatever you lost, brother, the Lord's gonna give it back to you tenfold, Reverend.
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, both of us, we pastor growing multi-ethnic churches that are in these ever increasing metropolitan, multicultural, multi-ethnic settings, and that's not an easy task. Sometimes
Yeah.
people will ask me, how do you plant a diverse church? How do you lead and grow a multi-ethnic church? And I think some of what allows you and I to do what we do, it's like it's in us, maybe even from our background. Have there been some things you've been able to pick up on uh, that you say, man, from my childhood or from my college days, I didn't even realize it till now. These things were setting me up to speak to people of different ethnicities, classes, people that don't vote the same. Have you been able to
Yeah.
tap into what has prepared you to be a voice, a shepherd to the nations?
You know, one of the things when I think about the church that we've had the privilege to plant, learning so much from you in your multi-ethnic church planning days. I mean, you're one of the pioneers in this thing. So I think learning from you, I I remember being in college and being the only piece of chocolate. I remember thinking, wow, I love my brothers and sisters. I'm learning from them. My white brothers, I'm learning from them. I'm learning their worship style is different, but I'm digging it. I'm cool. I'm flexible. I'm learning that. I'm in there the hermeneutics class and the homiletics class, and I'm learning and I'm appreciating it. But I just thought, wow, what a loss they have. They don't they're not getting any of the richness of the black church experience that I'm experiencing. Our worship, our preaching. Some of the best preachers in the world have come from the black church. The way that we're our theologians, our community, and our ability to create that koinonia. I just thought, man, I'm getting all this stuff from y'all, but I feel like I'm cheating because I'm y'all not experiencing half of the richness that I'm experiencing. So I just had a heart to bring to the fullness to that to my white brothers and sisters some of the experience from other cultures, some of the best of God experiences, and I just thought, wow, what a great loss. So it was that created this catalytic desire in me to say, well, how much more of God can we experience if we brought all cultures together and begin to glean from how he reveals himself culturally in different contexts. So when I think about where I am now, I think that hunger and that thirst came from me being in those all white settings, appreciating the content, but also lamenting the loss that they would experience, not even knowing that they were missing anything. They didn't even know they was missing something. But
Right, right.
woo, they was missing a lot from those great teachers that I had in the black church.
Yeah. I had a similar experience with you. I went to a high school that was 80% African American, and then I ended up on a college campus, a Catholic university in central Minnesota, where my freshman year I was one of 8 African Americans on the whole campus. And halfway through my
Oh
freshman
wow.
year, I wanted to transfer. I applied to Hampton University, historically black college. I was accepted. I was on my way. I was going back to blackness. you know. And I remember my father saying to me, you can transfer if that's what you really want to do, but what if God has you where you are right now for a
Mm,
reason?
mm,
And I stayed, and I realized that, not that I could not have had an incredible experience at Hampton University, but I needed to stay at St. John's University in central Minnesota to learn some things, to glean from some things, to fight for my voice in that environment, to
yeah,
prepare me to be the kind of communicator and leader and servant that God has called me to be today.
yeah.
Man, well, thanks, man, for sharing a little bit of your time, man. I know you're busy, and I'm going to catch up with you again soon, man. It's always a pleasure, man, just to be able to hear your heart. And I appreciate your words about me, but I think it's a reciprocal. You may feel like there are moments I'm influencing you, but you are influencing me way more than you know.
Well, man, I appreciate that, brother. And man, tell Ray and them to give you a real budget so the brothers, next time we do FaceTime, we can get that. We can get a fully funded internet resource.
Yeah,
Mark Clark and all these other folks get all these good Bob and all these other folks get this the good Wi-Fi. We borrowing Wi-Fi from the church up the street. Let's get some
that's
good
right.
Wi-Fi
That's
for
right.
our session next time.
All right. So this has been a
All
great
right, man.
urban hood multi-ethnic moment between Efrem Smith and Albert Tate. God bless you.
Yes. God bless you. All right, guys.